It is the greatest honour of my life to be elected leader of the Scottish Labour Party. Thank you to our members and affiliates for putting your trust in me and giving me the opportunity to serve our movement. And thank you to Monica for joining me in what has been a positive campaign that has shown the best of our party, not the worst of our politics. We will work together to rebuild our party so that we have the opportunity to rebuild Scotland. I want to say directly to the people of Scotland, I know Labour has a lot of work to do to win back your trust. Because if we're brutally honest, you haven't had the Scottish Labour Party you deserve. With rising injustice, inequality and division, I'm sorry we haven't been good enough. And I will work day and night to change that so we can build the country we all need. Our party's history was founded on the strength of the Scottish people, and that is where its future lies too. We must capture the spirit of Keir Hardie, who founded our movement, of Donald Dewar, who turned the dream of devolution into a reality, and Gordon Brown, who led our nation's fight against the scandal of child poverty. We can do that again, but the hard graft starts here. As I take over Scottish Labour, I'm determined to bring that change. It's in my blood. 75 years ago, my grandfather came to Lossiemouth with nothing, searching for a better future. And he found one here. He was always meant to return back home, but instead he fell in love with Scotland and brought his own family here. 75 years on, from that boat arriving on these shores, he would never have imagined that his grandson would one day be elected to lead the Labour movement in Scotland. Today we have elected the first ever ethnic minority leader of a political party in the UK. That doesn't say something about me. That says something great about Scotland and its people. But the fight for equality is far from over. And I'll work with all our diverse communities in Scotland to rebuild the country we love. This last year has been so hard for so many. But by staying apart, we have come together like never before. We can't come through this and go back to the old arguments, fighting each other while our NHS loses out on funding, our children miss out on a world-class education, and our towns and cities watch on as jobs move overseas. Instead, we've got to create a better future for Scotland, and we need to do that now. That's why in the coming weeks, we will set out our vision for Scotland. Instead of focusing on division, we will make the case for a COVID recovery parliament, with an NHS restart plan at its heart, so we never again have to choose between treating a virus or treating cancer. We will set out a catch-up plan for our children, because I won't let a generation of young people go forgotten. And we will set out a real vision for jobs, for now and for the future, supporting good businesses to create good jobs. The task ahead is tough, but together there is nothing we cannot achieve. For too long, politicians have presented binary choices. Whether it's yes or no, leave or remain, they force you to pick a side. We can't go back to those old arguments. So I say to you directly, if you are worried about when or if you're going back to work, I'm on your side. If you're worried about your child's education or mental health, I'm on your side. If you're worried about a cancelled operation or cancer diagnosis, I'm on your side. If you're worried about the planet we're leaving for our children and our grandchildren, I'm on your side. If you're the victim of inequality or injustice, I'm on your side. And I'm determined that the Labour Party I lead will always be on your side. Because I will be a leader that focuses on what unites our country, not what divides it. And together we will build a better future for Scotland.